This first full night that we were at Disney, we turned our entire hotel room into a spa just for the girls, complete with warm facial towels, manis, petties, and all the giggles. Then in the morning, we woke up bright and early for a magical princess makeover before heading to Magic Kingdom. So why did we do this? Because this was a much more affordable alternative to a very popular and very expensive service offered in the parks, which I did actually consider. But by the time I bought a base package for both of our girls, we would have been out $200 and lost 2 or more hours of our day. So by purchasing a few fun items ahead of time, we were able to create this same magical experience for the girls while saving both time and money. And honestly, this way we got to add our own personal touch.
I look adorable.
And to be fair, I've never actually participated in the service that I'm talking about. I've heard some people say it is absolutely magical and worth every penny. But I know my girls, and we've went to little birthday parties before where they were doing princess makeovers, and they would not let the person doing the makeover touch them. So I will be darned if I spend $100 per child, take a chunk out of our day, and then we go and they decide that they are going to be shy and don't want to do it. And that's totally their right. Like, I don't want them to be uncomfortable. They have a right to say no anytime that someone comes near them like that. But at the same time, I just wanted to ensure that we would all enjoy it and that they would still get to feel like princesses, that it would be something special for them, and how much more special that I get to be the one doing it. I picked up a few things before our trip to make this night extra special. I got some child-friendly rainbow nail polish, spa headbands, and hair products which would be used in the next morning for the makeover. We performed royal hair brushing and used warm wet facial towels to just give them a little more of that spa-like atmosphere and maybe encourage some relaxation. However, they are 3 and 4 years old, so I was not overly hopeful.
Are you fixing to put the glasses on?
No, the morning on.
Got her process on?
Yes.
Okay. And you take it out now.
She's fine. She's eating her chips. She's watching TV.
Okay, now I'll touch her.
Okay.
Hello.
Wow.
Her shoes.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm coming with my shoes.
I can't even with you. Daddy.
Nicholas and I kicked off the magic first thing the next morning by making Mickey and Princess themed pancakes along with some breakfast meats and fruit. We knew there would be lots of walking that day and wanted to start the excitement as soon as they opened their eyes. We are not professionals by any means, but we had a lot of fun and the girls really loved it. I tried to play Disney music in the background, but I think I was more excited than most others in the room. Maybe not the girls, but every time I left the room, I would come back to my playlist being paused. I chalked it up to them not being morning people, definitely not the fact that they weren't ecstatic to be hanging out with princesses all day. Okay, so for the princess makeovers, I bought some rainbow hair chalk on Amazon but wasn't fully sure how to use it, so I tried it out on myself first. By doing this, I learned that the hair needs to be pretty damp and the chalk should be applied liberally for the full effect. It shows better on darker hair, obviously, and we tried to help seal it with a little or a lot of glitter hairspray. Honestly, this stuff all washes out so easily. We visited the little splash area in Fantasyland after riding rides for a while and having a lot of princess encounters, and it all came out pretty quickly with just the water splashing on us. Soon after that, however, the girls got their face painted, and the chosen option that they were like ice queens or snow queens. It included glitter being sprinkled on their hair, and that stuff is still stuck to their scalp. It's been 2 weeks now. But for the dresses, I ordered little tutu princess dresses from Amazon, knowing it would be way too hot for like long costume dresses, but the tutu material proved to be quite problematic. I took them on the trip anyways, hoping that with a little excitement, we could go a long way and they might forget how scratchy it was. However, Luckily, we arrived to Orlando in plenty of time on the first day, and the resort room wasn't yet ready. So I had seen a TikTok about the Walmart in Kissimmee having bukus of Disney merchandise for a fraction of the price, and we decided to let the girls explore with a little of the money they had saved up or been gifted. We were super pleased to find an entire wall of princess tutu dresses made with much better materials that were way more kid-friendly, and they were even a little bit cheaper than the ones I had bought. So the girls picked out their favorites and ended up wearing those for like the first half of the day at Magic Kingdom. When I tell you it was as magical and more so than we could have ever hoped, it most certainly was. The girls were treated like princesses by every character in the park, some even stopping to curtsy to them. Even in the heat, even with the crowds, and even with our children being young, my mama heart felt like it might explode so many times throughout this trip. I know this was only a small portion of our time there, but we were so busy making memories, I simply could not make myself take the camera or a shot list with me everywhere we went. For context, we also made it to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Epcot was actually our second favorite park to Magic Kingdom. There's honestly so much there for small kids, especially if yours love Moana and Frozen as much as mine do. And if you've ever wondered, is it worth it to spend the money and walk so many steps and do all the things while my kids are so young, I can certainly relate. But I can also tell you, for us, it absolutely was. I will never ever forget their little faces, the pure excitement that overcame them and me at the most magical place on earth. They will outgrow these things, but my heart will hold these memories forever. Creating magic doesn't have to be so expensive. We might have spent $17 on a balloon and nearly had a stroke doing it, but we also said no to a whole lot of things. It was simply about choosing what was best for our family and claiming the joy found in each of the little moments. Slowing down and going by their needs and wants, not by our own, made this something that I will want to relive a million times.